We're having a great night so far, aren't we? That's really inspiring. Okay, so our next inductee is Coach Harvey Humphries. And so we're going to watch a short video about Coach Humphries first.
Without question, among the most devoted Georgia Bulldogs ever, Harvey Humphries spent 45 years in Athens, first as a letter-winning swimmer, then a graduate assistant, then 38 years as an assistant, including the final 7 as senior associate head coach. He announced his so-called retirement in 2019 and immediately went to work as Georgia's swimming program coordinator. It's not surprising Humphries is in it for the long haul, since his specialty is working with distance swimmers. Since 1989, Georgia has captured 22 NCAA and 57 Southeastern Conference titles in the 400 IM, plus the 500 and 1650 free. Harvey is more than a Bulldog or an SEC legend, though. He has served on 3 World University Games coaching staffs, plus U.S. swimming camps and zone district camps. His coaching has taken him to Thailand, China, South Korea, Spain, Italy, and his native Little Rock, Arkansas, where he was inducted into the Arkansas Swimming Hall of Fame in 2003. Back home in Athens, you will find Humphries as head coach of the Athens Bulldogs Swim Club, which has turned out some of the best talent in the Southeast. And Humphries was also the first winner of the Schluter Award, given to top national age group coaches. CollegeSwimming.com honored Humphries in 2016 with its Established Assistant Coach of the Year award, and he has been nominated for the AFLAC National Assistant Coach of the Year honor. Can you imagine University of Georgia swimming without its backbone? Tonight, we are honored to welcome to the American Swimming Coaches Hall of Fame, Harvey Humphries.
And to introduce Coach Humphries tonight, we have Billy and Puri Humphries.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Billy Humphries.
And I am Puri Humphries. For those of you that don't know us, we are the son and daughter of Harvey Humphries, and we are honored tonight to introduce him for his induction in the American Swim Coaches Association Hall of Fame.
Over the years, both Puri and I have swam for Dad as athletes, coached alongside him on deck, and overheard thousands of recruiting calls at home. And Mom, if we've heard thousands, we know you've heard tens of thousands. Needless to say, we are lucky that we've been able to view Dad's career from multiple perspectives, and we couldn't be more proud of all of his accomplishments.
Speaking of accomplishments, the list is impossible to go through line by line. But to sum it up quickly, Dad has coached numerous Olympians, NCAA, SEC, age group state champions, and several NCAA All-Americans, as well as 7 NCAA team championships, 12 SEC team championships, and in the 500, mile, and 400 IM, he has helped tally 22 NCAA and 57 SEC titles for the University of Georgia. Have to give a shout out to Team D when talking about Harv.
While impressive, beyond those numbers, we want to highlight something special about our dad, and that is his ability to connect with any level of athlete and get them to achieve goals way beyond whatever they thought they could accomplish. The accomplishments we already mentioned are known to many, and it can be found in media guides, they can be found online, seen in banners in the Ramsey Center, but Puri and I both discussed his unique ability to connect with any and all levels of swimmers. Dad, it is truly special how you can inspire a 6 and under swimming their first 25-yard freestyle with the same passion, focus, and enthusiasm that you give to an athlete competing in an NCAA final. You get one speed of coaching with Harv, and and that's his max, or as he might like to call it, super go get it. It is this passion that has guided so many of your athletes to reach heights they never thought possible.
Not only have we seen Dad guide swimmers to countless championship performances in the pool, he also takes immense pride in the people they become after their competitive swimming days. His eyes light up to brag about the mothers, fathers, community leaders, and coaches these swimmers become, several of which are in the room with us tonight. Dad, you invest so much, not only to the athletic pursuits of your swimmers, but also in them as a person and their life outside of the pool.
We've both been onlookers to when a former swimmer comes by the house after a meet in Athens or oftentimes a Georgia football game, and Dad gets the opportunity to learn about their lives, meet their spouses, and the rest of their family, and it brings him so much pride. If these swimmers thought that he got excited about a great practice, a best time, or an American record, it's these moments that bring him the most pride and joy. And Dad, that's what makes you such a special coach. Always using the sport of swimming to improve someone's life more so than figure out a way to get their hand on the wall first. And I don't think anybody can argue with the method of that madness. Because with great humility and this spirit of investing in the whole person that is your athlete, you have achieved success at the highest level of this sport.
Dad, there's no other way to say it other than you have brought joy and love to the swimming community. From athletes to coaches, officials to lifeguards, parents to volunteers. The list goes on and on. It shows that you are more than just a Hall of Fame coach, but a true ambassador for the sport of swimming. On behalf of all that have been a part of your career, thank you for being a shining light on deck and bringing countless smiles to the sport we all love.
We love you and congratulations.
Good evening, everybody. Better check my time. Oh, it's right here. Great. Okay. First off, I want to thank the Jennifer Lamont and Bernie Dickman and Ariel. I think I said that right. And the rest of the ASCA people for letting me enter such a great organization as the Hall of Fame. I really, truly never really expected to be in the same room with people that would be talking about that. I just admired the people that were in there. And I'd like to congratulate Chuck. First time I ever saw you, I was at my first junior nationals, and you guys were killing it with Wilton Wahoos. And I think when you came up and actually spoke to me or knew my name, that was one of the high points of my career. I knew I was moving in the right direction, Chuck. And I've always admired you, and I'm definitely proud to be coming into the class with you. And Paul and Greg, what you talked about with Frankie brought me to tears, because being on the deck with her was amazing. And I'm just really, I never knew the story about how close you all were to her. And but you guys can see why this is a special night for me, because the two people that I get to go into the Hall of Fame with. And I would like you guys to kind of meet my family a little bit. There's one person, you got to meet Billy and Peary. And Peary had a big impact on my career. And it seems like she is really good at social media and Instagram and all that stuff. And Peary tends to, anytime anything happens, she always tends to blow it up really big and say a lot of nice things about me, but I don't know about Instagram. I don't know how to get on it or any of that. But always have somebody come up and say something nice, and the thing that means so much to me is they say it's coming from Peary. And I mean, as a dad, what more could you want? And Billy had a real impact on my life. I was working pretty hard coaching at Georgia and coaching ABSC, and kind of not really getting home till late at night and being at the pool almost all the time. And Billy was really little, and you saw a picture when I was reading to them in bed, and this was about when Billy was that age. And he said, we read the book, and he goes, "Daddy?" And I said, "Yeah, Billy." He goes, "When can we go visit your house?" And I went, "Oh, God." And Jonathan Foggen sitting here, and he remembers I kind of said, "I think I'm going to have to take one night off a week now from here on out." And that changed it. And it seemed to work, because fast forward to when Billy was in high school, I had an official come up to me, and he came up to me and said, "Harvey, I just talked to your son Billy," and he said, I asked him, "What's it like riding home with a coach every night?" And he said, Billy looked at me, he goes, "I don't ride." She goes, "I don't ride home with a coach every night. I ride home with my dad." And I thought, okay, job well done. That night off was worth it. And so now let's go on to the lady that raised these children. My wife Wendy is sitting there at the table, and really, it can be a long day as coaches, we all know that, but to come home with someone that just has unconditional love and really fills in the gaps when I'm not there, and it's just coming home after a meet, no matter what, it's always been so great to come home to this family. And so anyway, she's been very instrumental in me, people saying, well, he's loves his job, loves this. Well, I really love you, Wendy. And you've helped me through all this. And I hope this night's as special for you as it is for me. I will tell you one thing interesting. I retired from coaching at the University of Georgia on July 31st, 2019. And that was my last time to be a Georgia UGA swim coach as we've started to move on with the program. And so we're at that Nationals out in Stafford. And so it's weird because I started the meet as a coach, but I was officially retired. And so I was an ABSC coach for the rest of the meet. My phone rings early in the morning. On the morning I was officially retired. And it was Wendy. And I thought, oh, God, what's going on? What happened? And she goes, "I just thought you'd like to get a phone call from your new boss." So now you know who's really in charge. I also would like to mention the other people at the table here. I've got Jonathan Foggen here. He was someone I recruited out of high school, and he came to Georgia and was a four-year letterman. and an SEC scorer. He came in as a walk-on. He's about a 212 breaststroker, which is a lot slower than Michael Norman. And but then he improved to 200, still a lot slower than Michael Norman. And he ended up finishing number 1 of all the student athletes when he graduated and won a special award for the top GPA. And Jonathan probably is one of my strengths as a coach is coaching people that are smarter than me. And I'm really good at it because pretty much all the kids I coach are smarter than me. But Jonathan went on and he started coaching with us a little bit and with ABSC. And he kept coming back, and finally I said, Jonathan, if you keep coming back and you want to do this, he says, well, I really do. I want to keep coaching. Well, he went on and got a degree at St. Andrews in Scotland, and then he went on to become an Anglican priest. And I'm thinking, well, he's going to be kind of busy with that guy. And he always stayed on the deck anyway. And I said, Jonathan, if you keep doing this, I'm just going to give you a raise every year till you and I are making the same salary, and we're going to be partners. And so to have somebody that came in as, I recruited him out of high school, he swam for Georgia, and now we're business partners, and we live a block apart. So it's pretty special. And Jonathan, thank you for being here tonight, because you've impacted my life tremendously. And then also, Phil Stafford is here tonight. He was a teammate of mine at the University of Georgia. We came in as freshmen, and we were best men in each other's wedding. And we probably any time I ever got in trouble, it might have been because of Phil. And we just been together all these years, and I'd say, Phil, thank you for your friendship and your loyalty. You're always there when I needed a friend, and here you are again. He flew out today, and he's going to leave tomorrow morning at 7, but he wanted to be here, and I tried to talk him out of it. And he is holding up the Minerva stopwatch, and I made a deal that I would not go over 10 minutes, and maybe I should have said a lot more stuff, but I'm going to amaze you guys and tell you thank you very much as a coaching community. I'm not going to thank a bunch of coaches personally because I feel like I know most of you in this room, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way I would have been in the ASCA Hall of Fame if it wasn't for my experiences, be it however long, however big, however small, with every one of you in this room. Because this guy here is here because of you guys out there and what y'all helped me to become with all my experiences with everyone. And I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Thanks a lot, and go Dogs.